Welcome back everyone to Skincare and Beauty with PerkiPerkins, where I do a lot of unboxings, skincare and makeup tutorials, and I also do product reviews along the way. As you read from my title, today I'll be doing a makeup tutorial using the Nudes Palette along with the new Luster Liquids. Make sure you keep on watching, but before I go any further, don't forget, make sure you hit that subscribe button, select all in your notifications. This way YouTube notifies you the moment I do any uploads, and don't forget to give me a big ol' thumbs up. And don't forget, I do have an active giveaway, so once you're done with this video, head on over and make sure you enter, and I'll make sure to link it up in the cards and down in the descriptions. But let's get to it and let's start this makeup tutorial again using the new Hank & Henry Beauty Nudes Palette and this gorgeous Andromeda Luster Liquid. And if you would like to see other tutorials using the other two palettes, make sure you let me know in the comments. Now, the first thing, of course, I always go in with is my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. And I love using the fair shade as it's very complementary to my skin tone, and it helps really blank out your lids so you don't see no blue veining or anything like that, and it really helps extend the longevity of your eyeshadow. Make sure you guys check down in the description. I do have an affiliate link and they have an amazing sale going on at this time. So here's the gorgeous new Nudes palette, and as you can see, I went in with shade Piel, which means skin in Spanish, and I'm using a Luxie packing brush, and currently I'm just focusing it on the crease of my eye and just packing it in. I'm not too concerned about blending, as it's just my base basically for my crease. Now with the Zoeva packing brush, I went into shade Skin Deep, and again I'm just putting it just below my crease to pack it in. This way I have a little bit of a pop, and I went back with my Luxie brush just to buff out the harsh edges. But now with another packing brush, I'm using shade Nude Beach, and I'm just applying it to the center of my lid so that way there's no bare skin. Now I'm going in with the Luster Liquid in Andromeda, and I'm using a concealer brush, and this glides on so smoothly, you guys have no idea. And you saw how effortless it was just to apply and blend out. Now I went in with Skin Deep again in my Zoeva brush just to apply it on the outer corner and to intensify my crease so it gives me that little pop that I want. And with the blending brush, a precise blending brush, I took Huera, which Huera in Spanish means blonde, and just to buff out those harsh edges on the top. And again, just at this point I was just doing a lot of blending to make sure it's not so harsh. Now I took the Stila waterproof gel liner, and I'm putting it on the inner rim of my lid, and I saw Wayne Goss doing this and it really makes your eyes pop. So now I'm going in with my foundation and I'm applying, you guys know I love the Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion foundation. It's very lightweight and incredible coverage, and I'm taking a flat kabuki brush to blend everything out. Now I would like to note that I used the Good Molecules silicone-free priming moisturizer prior to beginning filming. That's why I didn't show it in the video, but again, this combo just leaves your skin looking so stunning. Now I have noticed I'm back to my winter shade, so that's why the color's a little bit off. But now I'm going in with the Dose of Color Meet Your Hue concealer in shade 5 Fair, and I applied it on the areas I wanted it, basically where I wanted it a little bit slightly brightening. And then I took the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toast, and I'm going to use that as my contour. And right now I'm taking the Laura Geller setting spray. This actually kind of gives you a little bit more of an activation, and it gives you more blending time. And I started off with a brush to lightly blend everything out. I see a lot of those makeup artist doing that and then going in with the sponge. I can tell you guys, just based off my experience, I've definitely seen an improvement on how my makeup's coming out. Now, I did rotate the sponge so that you know, it's a new corner that's clean when I was blending out the concealer. And as you can see, when I blended everything out as best as I could, I went back with my foundation brush with no extra product, and I just started buffing and blending, and you could see how the results were gorgeous. It just marries everything, so it looks very seamless and it doesn't look overly contoured, if you know what I mean. And I took the Pretty Vulgar, the powder room setting powder, and I just set my face very lightly. This way I can go in with my powdered products. And now I'm going back with the eyeshadow palette to do my under eyes, and I'm doing Expose and Deep Skin. I mixed them both with a pencil brush to do my lower lash line, and I just buffed and blend until I, you know, got where I wanted to. And then with a shader brush, I took Weta again, the white creamy base, and I just buffed out the lower edges. Now, as you guys can see, I'm using the palette to do my bronzing, and I took bronceada, that means bronze, and I used that on my nose, and I took that shader brush, and then I took my powder brush to buff out any harsh edges, and you guys will be seeing how stunning this looks. And I back with now Expose. I used the Trisha brush, and I'm just currently just depositing color where I want it, but don't worry, it's gonna buff out, you guys. I just lightly worked at it until I got the smooth transition I was looking for, and it just buffs and blends so effortlessly on my forehead. I always go very light-handed because I have a very small forehead. So see, I just buffed and blend until I got to the look I was looking for, and you can see it looks very stunning. You can't even see the harsh lines anymore, and you just have to continue working at it, you guys. If you guys have a harsh line, just continue working at it, or with a powder brush, buff it out. Now I took the Tiftini sponge, and I just lightly cut my my bronze line basically to help clean out the edges. So now I took my powder brush and I dipped it into Skinny Dip, and I'm using that as my blush. And it's such a beautiful nude reddish tone. I really loved it and how it just builds up very nicely. When I first started, I did deposit too much of the shade and I did not tap off the excess, but as you saw, it just blended out very effortlessly. And once I'm done, I always buff everything out with my powder brush to make sure there's nothing harsh and everything looks seamless. So I took the Tarte Cosmetics Maracuja setting mist and sprayed my face. This way it's before I actually go in with my highlight. And I'm using the Hank & Henry Beauty Luster Veil in Jewel Thief. And I started with my inner corner, and I'm using a very precise, it's a concealer brush actually. I'm using that way it's more focal and it's more detailed basically. And I put at the bridge of my nose, the Cupid's bow, and brow bow. And then I took my Francis brush and I used that for the rest of my face to put on the high cheekbones, and it's just so gorgeous. And I always tap the highlighter out with my beauty sponge, that way it doesn't look so bop in your face. Then to moisturize, I took the Pixi Beauty lip balm, and now I'm going in with my Gerard Cosmetics lip liner in Cher. I really love this nudie tone. You guys know I love the Gerard Cosmetics lip liners, they're my favorite. Then I went in with the Hank & Henry Beauty Satin Matte Lipstick in Touch. It's an absolute beautiful pinkish tone. But this is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick little tutorial. I really appreciate you guys checking it out. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you haven't done so yet, Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. This way you don't miss any uploads. And make sure you enter my active giveaway. We have just over a week for you to enter. But anyways, thank you guys all so very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.